The story just took a shocking turn, and this time it's official. Papoose has filed for divorce. After weeks of whispers, tearful lives, and messy drama, Remy Ma's emotional confession finally pushed him over the edge. And now, the man, once praised for his unshakable loyalty, has had enough. According to exclusive insider reports, Pap quietly filed the papers just days after Remy's viral final word video. No press release, no warning, just a cold, calculated legal move. And now the internet is in shambles. But what no one expected was Claressa Shields entering the chat. Yes, the undefeated boxing champ and longtime friend of Pap didn't hold back. In a fiery Instagram comment that's already making headlines, Claressa called out the betrayal, showed Pap public support, and hinted at secrets that haven't even come to light yet. He deserved better. Ben deserved better. And y'all don't even know the half. Now fans are asking, what role did Claressa really play behind the scenes? Did she see this coming all along? And what exactly does she know that we don't? Stay locked in, because this story is far from over and the fallout is just beginning. The internet had barely caught its breath after Remy Ma's tearful confession video, and now it's official. Papoose has filed for divorce, quietly, strategically, and without a word to the public. Until now, court documents leaked early this morning show that Pap filed in New York County, citing irreconcilable differences, but insiders say it's way deeper than just a legal phrase. This is heartbreak on paper. Loyalty reduced 2 lines in a filing, and the collapse of one of hip-hop's most iconic relationships is now real. Permanent and headed straight to court. The fans who once called them relationship goals are stunned. But those closest to the couple, they saw it coming. According to sources inside Pap's circle, he was already consulting divorce attorneys the same week Remy went live and admitted to finding comfort outside their marriage. One friend, who asked to stay anonymous, put it like this: Pap didn't snap in public, he didn't throw shade, he just walked away. Quiet, hurt, but done. And it wasn't just the cheating. It was the confession, the public unraveling. It's the way Remy mentioned Dice, not by name, but by presence. She tried to walk the line between accountability and explanation. But for Papoose, the moment she said Dice made me feel seen, something in him shut off forever. Then came the bombshell twist from an unexpected voice. Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion, a longtime friend of Papoose, and someone who had been silent until now, late last night. Claressa dropped a scathing IG comment under a Shade Room repost of the divorce news. He stayed silent through everything, held her down through everything, and this is what he gets. Nah, y'all don't even know the half. The internet erupted. Was Claressa hinting at deeper betrayal? Was there more to Remy and Dice than anyone knew? And why did a boxing world champion feel the need to step in? Fans were buzzing, theories were flying, and receipts. They started surfacing fast. One fan account posted a throwback video from just 4 months ago. Claressa and Papoose backstage at a charity event, laughing, vibing, and sharing what looked like real, genuine friendship. At the time, no one thought anything of it. But now, people are connecting dots. Was Claressa the only one who knew what was really going on? I bet Pap told her everything behind the scenes. She's always had his back. I respect her for speaking up. While Claressa's response was emotional, it wasn't reckless. She didn't drag. Remy, she didn't accuse Dice. What she did was stand by her friend. A man who stood silently while the internet picked apart his marriage. A man who loved publicly and hurt privately. And now, for the first time, Pap was finally moving for self-preservation instead of self-sacrifice. According to court insiders, Pap isn't asking for spousal support. It's not even fighting over assets. He just wants out cleanly, quietly, and with his dignity intact. That's when fans started realizing the most painful truth. He's been letting go for a long time. The deleted anniversary posts, the cryptic captions, The shift from love songs to solo studio sessions. It was all there. We just didn't want to see it. But now it's undeniable. The man who once rapped "I waited 6 years for my queen to return" is now walking away from the throne he helped build. And still, as the drama swirls, Remy has remained silent. No statement. No post. Not even a reaction to the divorce filing. Just radio silence. Some say it's guilt. Others say it's pride. But either way, the people are watching, waiting, and wondering if she'll try to fix it, or just let it all burn. Meanwhile, Dice Flame, the man at the center of the storm, is doing the absolute most. He's been tweeting cryptic bars, hinting that he and Remy still talk. He even liked a comment that read, "He upgraded her confidence." That sent fans over the edge. The backlash was immediate. Dice needs to sit down. This ain't his story to flex on. You didn't uplift her. You exposed her. Papoose walked away like a king. It's Dice out here moving like a clown. And now, with Claressa Shields throwing her support behind Pap, the narrative is shifting fast. This is no longer about a cheating scandal. This is about respect, reputation, and who really stood tall when things crumbled. But this is just the beginning, because someone close to Remy is about to break their silence, and the story they're about to tell could flip everything upside down. Just when the headlines were starting to cool, a former member of Remy Ma's inner circle decided to break their silence. And what they revealed left fans speechless. The insider, who worked closely with Remy's team during her recent tour run, contacted a major blog under strict anonymity. They claimed they'd stayed silent out of respect, but after Papoose filed for divorce, they couldn't hold it in anymore. What y'all don't know is that this thing with Dice, it wasn't new, it wasn't a one-time comfort thing. It's been going on for months, maybe longer. They described late-night studio sessions that turned into overnight strategy meetings, unexplainable hotel bookings under Remy's company card, and last-minute changes in Remy's tour schedule just to accommodate Dice's availability. Pap would show up to venues looking confused. He'd ask where Remy was, and we'd lie, because she was off somewhere with Dice, and the whole team knew it. That statement sent shockwaves through the fan base. Now, it wasn't just a broken marriage, it was a full-blown betrayal involving everyone around them. But the real dagger. The insider claims Remy knew Pap was done and continued the affair anyway. She told us, if he leaves, he leaves. I'm tired of pretending. Fans were reeling. The woman once hailed as a ride-or-die had flipped the script. And while many still defended her, citing emotional neglect, public pressure, and years of feeling unseen, others felt this was too far, and in the middle of the chaos, Claressa Shields picked up the phone. According to a close friend of hers, Claressa had been texting with Pap for weeks, encouraging him, supporting him, letting him vent privately while the public judged him silently. But after the insiders leaked, Claressa made a move that shocked even those closest to her. She pulled out of his scheduled media appearance and flew straight to New York. That's right. The boxing champion wasn't just tweeting. She was showing up. Photos surfaced of Claressa entering a private lounge in Manhattan where Papoose had been hosting a listening session for unreleased music. And those close to the event say when Claressa arrived, Pap stepped out of the room for nearly 45 minutes, just the two of them. No cameras, no entourage. What did they talk about? Well, a source who overheard part of the conversation said this. She told him, "You gave her everything. Don't give her your piece, too." Those words are now being shared across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. A reminder that loyalty can't always save love. And sometimes walking away is the win. But meanwhile, Dice was busy digging a deeper hole instead of laying low. He went live on IG, clearly under the influence, shirtless, smirking, and rapping along to a diss track that fans suspect is aimed at Papoose. One line in particular had fans furious. He had her heart, I had her time, now I got the spotlight, prime time's mine. The backlash was immediate. Bloggers called it disgusting. Rap veterans slammed Dice for disrespecting the man who built the very woman Dice was using. For clout. Even Remy's longtime supporters started unfollowing Dice, calling his behavior embarrassing, corny, and cruel. And then, the unthinkable happened. Papoose's daughter posted a story. Just a photo. White text, black screen. He's watching everything. And he'll speak when it's time. But just know, y'all broke him. That one sentence brought a flood of emotions. People who had been laughing, choosing sides, and stirring the pot suddenly paused. Because this wasn't just entertainment anymore. It was real family pain. Real love lost. Real scars being formed in real time. The comments reflected the shift. Now it's not funny. This man gave his life to her. Dice really thought he was winning. Bro, you just exposed your own ugliness. Shout out to Claressa. That's how real friends move. And just as the dust started to settle, Claressa dropped one final post. A simple, powerful photo of her and Pap from years ago with the caption, "Day 1 South, don't leave you when you're broken. They remind you who you are." No tags, no drama. Just quiet support in a world full of loud betrayal. And that's when fans realized this wasn't just a breakup. This was a cultural moment. Remy Ma, a rap icon. Papoose, the blueprint of loyalty. Dice, the clout chaser who fumbled character for fame. Claressa Shields, the voice of protection in a storm of noise. But there's still one thing missing. Remy's voice and what she's about to say. Could decide how her legacy survives this scandal? After days of silence, disappearing from social media, canceling appearances, and letting the rumors spiral. Remy Ma finally broke her silence. But no one, not one person, expected what she was about to reveal. At exactly 6 p.m., Remy posted a black and white photo of herself standing alone on a rooftop. No smile, no filter, no distractions, just one word in the caption. Truth, minutes. Later, she went live. Tens of thousands joined instantly. The comments were out of control. Fans, critics, and even verified celebs flooded the chat, waiting to hear from the woman who once symbolized strength. Now caught in the eye of a storm she may have created herself. And then, there she was, hair pulled back, no makeup, hoodie on her voice, calm, controlled. But you could feel the pain behind every syllable. I messed up. I lost the man who loved me when I didn't even love myself. And that's on me. She didn't cry. She didn't blame. She owned it. I tried to justify it in my head. I told myself he was cold, that we weren't close anymore. But the truth is, I stopped showing up. I stopped trying. And instead of fixing us, I ran. The chat exploded. She's taking accountability. Finally, respect for being real, even if it's late. This is the Remy we've been waiting to hear from. But what she said next turned everything upside down. What y'all don't know is Dice wasn't the only one. Boom, internet meltdown. It started with emotional support, she continued. But then it got blurry. And I should have stopped it. I didn't. And that mistake cost me everything. She confessed that Dice wasn't the first or the only man she turned to when her marriage started crumbling. He was just the one who got caught in the spotlight. But the real twist, Dice used me. That's a fact. He knew I was broken. He knew I was vulnerable. He knew exactly what to say, what to post, what to pretend. And I fell for it. Fans were floored. This wasn't just scandal. This was strategy. Dice saw an opening, and Remy walked right into the trap. He told me he loved me, she said, her voice trembling. But love doesn't record private moments. Love doesn't save screenshots. Love doesn't run to the blogs. Then came the final blow, and to Papoose. I failed you. But don't let this define you. You were the realest part of my story. The comment section was in chaos. Everyone from Cardi B to DJ Envy to Claressa Shields was watching. And speaking of Claressa, Right after Remy's live ended, Claressa dropped one final message in her story. Accountability is the first step. Respect? It was simple, short, but powerful. No shade, no bitterness. Just acknowledgement that the woman she once defended against the world had finally owned her truth. But while the world praised Remy for her honesty, Dice was crumbling in real time. Right after her live, a blog posted screenshots of Dice trying to shop stories to multiple media outlets, offering exclusive voice memos. Screenshots of arguments and even footage of him in Remy's home. The backlash was brutal. You played her, you exposed her, and now you're trying to profit. This dude is worse than we thought. Imagine finessing your way into a queen's heart just to end up clout-chasing blogs. Dice went on private, deleted comments, then disappeared. And in the center of it all, Papoose, still silent, still calm, still focused. Sources close to him say he's been working in the studio non-stop, writing, recording, processing everything the only way he knows how. And yes, Claressa has still been there, quietly, privately, supporting the man she calls a true king in chaos. But fans are now wondering, is there a future? Could Remy and Pap ever find a way back? After all the betrayal, the lies, the leaks, could forgiveness even exist in this story? A recent tweet from Pap's longtime engineer gave a clue. People think endings are loud, but sometimes they're just quiet decisions made in pain. Translation? He's moving on, and he's doing it with grace. Remy's confession may have earned respect, but the damage was already done. What was once Black Love's strongest couple is now a cautionary tale. But if there's one thing this saga taught the world, it's this: fame can break hearts. Silence can speak louder than truth. And loyalty, real loyalty, is rare. The saga that shook hip-hop finally reached its climax, not with another fight, not with another exposed message, but with something far more powerful: closure. After Remy Ma's confession shook the internet, and Dice Flame was publicly dragged for exploiting the situation, fans turned to the one person who had remained composed through it all: Papoose. He had been silent since filing for divorce. But that silence was finally broken. With a video posted to his official page, the caption simply read, "The last chapter." It opened with soft piano music playing in the background. No dramatic visuals, no interviews. Just Pap, sitting in a studio, notebook in hand, mic off, looking right into the camera, and what he said: "I loved her louder than the world, and I lost her quietly in the background." That single line went instantly viral. His voice was calm but firm. There was no rage, no bitterness, only honesty. "I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all what she did or didn't do. Y'all saw it, y'all judged it. But just know, behind every viral clip is a man who bled in silence." He confirmed the divorce was moving forward. That there were no plans for reconciliation, that he had already moved out, and that he would never speak publicly on Remy again. "That part of my life, I cherish it, I forgive it, but I don't return to it." Fans flooded the comments. He's hurt, but he's healing. This man is class personified. Pap really turned heartbreak into poetry. Then just when the video seemed to be ending, second voice entered: Claressa Shields. She appeared beside Pap, not holding his hand, not saying much, just sitting in solidarity. A visual reminder of the quiet strength that had stood by him this entire time. She didn't speak in the video, but later that evening she tweeted, "Support ain't always loud. Sometimes it's just being there when the world walks away." And with that, the internet crowned Claressa as the friend we all need. No mess, no drama. But while Pap's video gave fans a sense of closure, Remy's world was still spinning. After her tearful live and shocking confession, the reactions were mixed. Some praised her growth. Others accused her of only coming clean because she got caught. But the biggest shift, it came from within the industry. A major event, Remy was set to headline a female rap summit. Quietly removed her from the lineup. No announcement. Just gone. Another brand partnership paused talks on a cosmetics deal, and whispers began swirling that producers from a major TV network were debating whether to continue working with her on a rumored reality series. Remy posted a single story. "I'll take the lessons. I'll take the L, but I won't take the silence." But that line backfired. Many fans felt like she was still trying to control the narrative rather than sitting with the consequences. Some said she weaponized vulnerability, while others argued she had every right to reclaim her voice, even if late. Meanwhile, Dice Flame disappeared completely. His music was removed from 2 playlists. Show bookings canceled. And a source from inside his own management team said he had a shot. He blew it. Now nobody wants to be attached to him. And just when fans thought it was all over, Pap posted one final message. A photo of his daughter, smiling, caption, "This is who I protect now, my legacy." That was it. The mic drop. He wasn't just closing the book on Remy. He was turning the page for good. And fans were here for it. The way Pap handled this with grace is legendary. Remy's story isn't over, but this chapter belongs to Pap. Shout out to Claressa for being real through it all. So where do things stand now? Papoose, back in the studio, rebuilding quietly, focused on fatherhood and music. Remy Ma, on pause, both personally and professionally. Reflection mode, Claressa Shields, widely respected for her loyalty and strength. Now viewed as more than just a champion in the ring, but one in life. Dice Flame, erased, silenced, forgotten, and the fans, still processing, still healing. But finally, moving on, because sometimes the strongest stories don't end in reconciliation. They end in self-respect. And just like that, it's done. From secret messages and public meltdowns to loyalty, heartbreak, and silent strength. This story wasn't just about Remy Ma and Papoose. It was about how love can bend, break, and still leave behind a legacy. We saw a king walk away with dignity. We saw a queen face the truth. We saw a so-called player fumble everything for clout. But now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Remy truly regrets it? Was Papoose right to walk away with no words? Or should he have aired it all out? And how do you feel about Claressa Shields' loyalty throughout this saga? Drop your reactions, theories, final thoughts in the comments below, because this isn't just drama, it's a lesson. If you stayed locked in till the end, smash that like button. Subscribe for more unfiltered celebrity breakdowns. And turn on notifications so you never miss the next jaw-dropping twist. Because in the world of fame, loyalty, and betrayal, ... the story never ends. It just goes quiet. Stay tuned, stay woke, and we'll see you in the next one.